The Maintenance Center gives the Marine Corps the most responsive capability to the fleet of anything that we have. It's also the center, the actual core of the regeneration and reconstitution requirements for the Marine Corps. That's how we get ready to fight after a major fight. Theory of constraints gave us an opportunity, a structure, if you will, to maximize the potential of the employees. We had the potential there all the time. We just perhaps didn't have the right structure to reach out and find it.
Idea fundamental to theory of constraints is every organization is a system, and that as a system there's going to be a weak link or a bottleneck. And theory of constraints walks you through the process of finding your constraint, getting the most out of it, subordinating everything else in your organization to that constraint, elevating that constraint, say getting more of whatever that bottleneck is, and then finally going back to square one and finding your new constraint. And it's a process of continuing improvement.
Before we implemented the theory of constraints, we was behind schedule, and there was being a bigger and bigger backlog of what we was not producing.
Yeah, prior to theory of constraints, we were probably missing our schedule 50% of the time, and going out and working on our customers' equipment and asking for plus-ups after we got started to work was a big problem. It was almost a normal way of doing business around here.
One major example is on our MK-48 program, which is a power unit for the logistics vehicle system.
It's a heavy hauler for the Marine Corps, and we were having problems meeting the customer's requirement for cost and schedule.
We were actually only producing 5 MK-48s per month when we had a requirement to produce 10 per month.
So we had cost overruns on just about every vehicle we produced. Our customer was basically dissatisfied with our performance.
Once the workforce had embraced this theory of constraints, our performance went from not acceptable to be that close to something that's just outstanding. The workforce has taken this just to a new level we've never seen before.
Well, since the implementation of theory of constraints, we have not had to go out and ask our customers for any additional money other than what we asked for originally.
We implemented the theory of constraints on the MK-48 line, and we went from producing 5 vehicles per month to a high as many as 23 in 1 month. And we actually got ahead of schedule, so far ahead of schedule that our customer gave us 30 additional vehicles to work last year.
And we've been able to meet their schedule 100% of the time. Or in a lot of cases, we've completed their vehicles early.
Since we've implemented this theory of constraints, since the workforce has embraced it so wholeheartedly, the results have proven to be just absolutely spectacular.
The theory of constraints has improved my work, made it a lot smoother, and we're able to produce a lot more.
Since I started working here, I think our work has gone a lot quicker, and our parts are closer by, and they show up on time, and everything's come to us with better quality.
To all of those employees that are so dedicated, it has been on their back that this success has been carried. They implemented the theory of constraints. They are the ones who have increased the safety record. They're the ones who have increased production. They're the ones who have ensured the quality for the riflemen in the field. It's just a wholehearted thank you to all of those employees that are so dedicated.
We have, as a result of implementing theory of constraints and lean thinking, we've now been giving them all 3 of the major things they want. They want a quality product, they want it within their cost that they estimated and negotiated with us, and they want it on schedule.
Matter of fact, we've even gotten ahead of schedule. And we've also reduced our prices on every vehicle we've produced for them and produced additional vehicles with no additional cost to the customers.
We probably took our most dissatisfied customer and probably made him our best marketer. He was well pleased with the turnaround that we did on his program, and from that point he went back and started telling other program managers how well we had done, and that they need to give us a second look. The Maintenance Center has improved so much with our implementation of theory of constraints and lean thinking that we're able now to compete with private industry. And we not only can compete with private industry, but we make very good partners with private industry. In the future is more of a public-private partnerships, and we've been talking with several commercial entities, and we're primed now, and they have come in and taken a look at what we've done, and they're very interested in partnering with us for future workload.
The maintenance centers have combined ISO 9000 registration with lean manufacturing, with theory constraints, critical chain project management, with drum buffer rope. And they've done it in such a way that it makes sense, all using an MRP2 production management system. Making all those pieces fit together, now that's nothing short of brilliant.
We had a very successful 2002. I'm sure we're going to have a successful 2003. But we're looking out to 2010, 2015. If we continue to do the things we're doing, the Marine Corps' depots and the ones in DoD will be around for a long time.
To the employees in the Maintenance Center who have carried the load of this success, I would give them a most hearty well done and a thank you.